So, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves here two newest additions to the squadron, man. And it kind of hurts me just a little bit at the fact that we got Bruce Matthews. So that means that Frederick is no longer our center, and he goes on ahead and becomes, which loses us identifier. And I said Frederick was going to be my center for a while, but Matthews is just too good. He's just far too good to go on ahead and pass up, if you're able to afford him, of course. But, you know, next Frederick card that comes out, you know, I will be, you know, getting. He's going to be, unless a legend comes out like Bruce Matthews did, we will be upgrading Frederick every single upgrade he gets, because he's always going to be one of the best centers in the game, and he comes with identifier, which is really helpful for me. You know, a lot of people might not like it, but I really enjoy it, because most of the time you know exactly who they're using, because they move around before you hike the ball, and 90 to 95% of the people you play will use their middle linebackers, so you know exactly where they're going to use her. But it's just for catching people on the D-line, which I do multiple times a game. You know, that right there could be a big difference of a big post route being open over the middle, or it being an interception because he's using it. You know, big difference. But he is NAT, which I understand. I understood that going into it. So I'm just, you know, just got to hold on to him. You know, if I'm facing somebody with you know, defense that's, you know, a little glitchy, then I'll probably put him in just to pop out those eyes one dime and see what you're using. But I mean, you take a look at Bruce Matthews, man. 90 strength, 92 run block, 92 pass block, 81 impact block, 92 awareness, good stamina, good speed, good agility. Now, I didn't do the set for this card. I actually purchased him off the auction block. I wanted the Pound the Rock chemistry, but the card was just at a good deal. And if a card's at a good deal, chemistry or not, like, I'm just gonna get it. I'm not gonna sit around and wait and say, nope, I don't want the card. I want the specific chemistry. Like, you know, the chemistry that he has, though, you can see he has the go deep chemistry, and that would give him +1 pass block, release, and throw deep, which isn't the worst thing in the world. You know, adding better pass block is definitely not bad. I could put in Julio Jones to activate tier 1 because he has go deep, but that would take away tier 2 of whatever this little green leaf one is called. I forget. And Tom Brady would lose. Move the sticks. Tom Brady would lose +1 medium. So I feel like +1 medium is more important for Tom than +1 pass block, and release is for Julio Jones and Matthews. But, you know, it's still, if I'm able to complete him for a good price and able to sell this Matthews and get the chemistry I want, I will. That's what I did with McGinnis when I had him. I purchased the toughness chemistry for 300K. Later on, I went ahead and did the set myself for about a little under 600, and then I sold the other McGinnis for a little over 500. So it took me less than 600K, less than 100K to get the chemistry I want, and that McGinnis was going for like 730K. So I actually saved you know, coins doing the set and selling the other one than just buying it outright. So I got this Bruce Matthews for about 700K. Not exactly sure how much he's going on the auction block now, but the price was just, you know, too good, especially on the weekend. You know, his price might drop, but who knows with this market. All the 92 and above cards are so expensive, man. So I might not see another one for 700K. That price was just too good for me to pass up. And then we end up picking up DeMarcus Ware. So this card looks flat out godlike. Now, the reason why I went with him over McGinnis, I was going to say McNugget. I loaned my team to AKG to watch him play the weekend league with it. He always calls him McNugget. DeMarcus, we're actually going to showcase him, compare them. I did this set for a little over 1.1 mil, and I sold the other McGinnis for 600K flat. So you can say I did this DeMarcus Ware for about 500K. which to me is, good deal. You're never going to find this card. The 90 overall alone that goes into the set is worth more than 500K. So not a bad deal to be able to get that card for 1.1 and then sell McGinnis for 600K. Not a bad deal at all. Let's go to 92, 93 overall. And we will see the cheapest Matthews up is 900K. Now, this is the chemistry that I want, but, we're just going to stay with this one for now. I would have to do the set or see this card for less than 700 in order for me to go on ahead and grab it. And DeMarcus Ware is going for, there's none up. There's none up right now. But let's go ahead and let's compare him to McGinnis, and we'll show why I went with McGinnis. Why I decided to not go with McGinnis. And McGinnis is really, really, really good. Now, this is Lizard Squad, where it's the highest overall, but I'm not doing it how I did a few years ago, where even if I didn't want the card, I would get it and just put up with it because of the highest overall. Like, if I don't want it, I'm not going to get it. Like, let's say that LaShawn McCoy was a 92 overall, and the attributes are the exact same. I stay with Folk because he's faster, and I'd much rather have him. All right, so let's take a look at this McGinnis right now, who's going for 630. So when you take a look at Ware and McGinnis, everything is almost the same. There's not too much of a difference, but DeMarcus Ware does surpass the elite threshold of block shed, power move, and hit power. That means he is going to hit like a freaking monster. His power move is going to be insane, and his block shed is going to be insane. And that right there is just a few things that I've seen, and I'm like, this guy is going to be a run-stopping machine. Now, Willie McGinnis is better in coverage. He definitely is better in coverage, but DeMarcus Ware is better in the run game due to the fact of him having more strength, better tackling, more block shed, more power move, pretty much the same finesse move, and more hit power. He's just going to be an absolute block shedding monster. And you take a look at his traits. He has monstrous traits. The only thing that I don't like is that plays ball in air is on conservative. So if you throw near him, he's not really going to jump a route. He's going to play the receiver really instead of playing the ball, which is a little, don't really like that. But you don't get this guy to shut down in coverage. You get him because linebackers are really good in blitzing, and if they do have good coverage, that's an added bonus. But his play ball in air and conservative. Besides that, though, his strips ball, yes. His big hitters on no, though. I don't see how you can have somebody with 93 hit power, but his big hitter is no. So that means that he's not going to give you those auto hit sticks by the CPU. You pretty much have to click on and go for the hit sticks yourself, because he's rarely going to do it on himself unless you put big hit tackling on aggressive and you engage your entire team to go for big hits. But even then, he's probably going to be missing because that's not his play style. His big hitter is no. But his DL bull rush move, yes. DL spin move, yes. DL swim move, yes. High motor, yes. LB style pass rush. So he is just going to be very difficult to block, whether it's in the run or whether if you pass it and he's somewhere near. He's just going to be very, very, very difficult to block. And anybody that can make my job easier and force you to be one-dimensional, I want on my team. And I feel like DeMarcus Ware is going to make you be one-dimensional. I feel like if you run his way, he's going to block shed and he's going to get a tackle. Just look at that block shed. Look at the power move. Look at that strength. Look at that tackle. Everything is so high. And I do have tier 3 of zone coverage activated. So he does receive a +2 zone coverage boost. And we're going to go on ahead and we're going to take a look at his zone coverage. And you see it's 76. Willie McGinnis definitely had better zone with +6 zone coverage. But again, having linebackers that can play zone is definitely a plus. But if I can stop your run, make you one-dimensional, then I feel like it's a win-win situation for me. Then I can get in some blitzes. I can get in dollar. I can get in dime. I can get in nickel. I can get in these pass coverage defenses and just have Harris, Sherman, have all these monsters that are good in coverage lurking the field because you're having a tough time running. And that's what I'm hoping DeMarcus Ware can bring to the table. And again, with also Bruce Matthews, he has both the run blocking and pass blocking over the threshold, which is really, really, really good. We go ahead and we take a look. And he has run blocking 92, pass blocking 92 as well. So he's going to, hold his blocks really well. He's going to pass block really, really well. And there's no D tackle in the game with a higher power move than he has pass block or run block. At least I don't think so, right? I don't think there's a D tackle with. Let me take a look. Maybe Mean Joe. You might need. Who the hell do I have on the auction block? Look at me trying to sell golds. Well, this card never sold. Let's go on ahead and take a look at D tackle. I don't believe. Maybe Mean Joe might. Mean Joe might have power move with 93 or something. His power move 91. No. So he doesn't have power move or finesse. And according to Clint, is the favor should go to the offensive lineman if whatever you're doing, whether you're run blocking or passing, is higher than your opponent's power move or finesse move. So if your left end is going up against their left guard and your left end has your left end will be facing their right guard, I believe. Yeah, your left end will go against their right guard. But anyways, let's say your left end has 92 finesse move, 90 power move, but the guard you're going against has 95 run block and 95 pass block. The matchup should be in the favor of the offensive lineman. Of course, there's going to be block sheds here and there, but for the most part, it should go in his favor. So there's no D tackle with higher power move or finesse move than Bruce Matthews has run block and pass block. So I've seen that 92, and I'm like, okay, that's just really, really, really helps me with my scheme because, in Seattle, I really like their I form. I really, really like it a lot, and I've been using, they have a draw out of there, they have a stretch, they have a toss, they have some really good runs, and I feel like being able to run right up the middle with him because Frederick doesn't have any attribute over 90. He doesn't have a pass block or run block over 90. And his chemistry being strength or whatever it's called doesn't help that. Toughness doesn't help that either. It just helps his impact block and strength. So just a no-brainer. We're going to hold on to Frederick for now. Team of the Weeks, as I'm doing this video. You guys will see this later by the time I do it. But Team of the Week is about to come out. There's possibility Tom Brady might get one, which I'm hoping for. That way I can go on ahead and power up Thomas Theodore Brady. Because this Brady is just lasers. He throws absolute darts, and hopefully he gets one. But nonetheless, man, two really, really, really big additions added to the team, which we have gameplay coming a little later for you guys today with them. And right now Frederick just has to hit the bench until he has a card, coming out. But again, we're fine with that. We're fine with Sherman having his card as well, because whenever he does get an upgrade, I'm going to want it anyways. And there's a lot of negativity behind the power-up cards, and I get it. I understand why, people would not want to do it. But in my opinion, as long as they keep making these guys like some of the best cards in the game, it's worth it for a select few. Like, I wouldn't power up a, let's say, I don't know, Haley was power up, then, well, I can't use him because he's a legend, but let's say like Julio Jones, he can go in a power up card, but there's so many wide receivers that are out. Yeah, he's always going to be one of the highest overall receivers, but there's so many good receivers that, like if there's a 93 Julio Jones and a 93 Mike Evans, I might want to go with the Mike Evans instead. He's going to fit my play style better. He's a better run blocker. He's a taller guy. I find more use in him than I do Julio Jones. Same with Antonio Brown. Both of these guys have power-ups, but, I don't know if I'm going to continue to get these guys throughout the entire year. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tom Brady, for a fact, I know I want him later on down the line. Richard Sherman, I know for a fact every Richard Sherman that comes out, I want, and I want on my team. And the reason why I did Frederick is because he had identifier, which to me is just a really, really added bonus. But, you know, we got gameplays with these guys coming soon. I'm in my I'm one game away from my playoffs, and if we win that one, then we do head up into the playoffs, and we'll, you know, take a look at those games coming up a little later today, and hopefully they make some big impacts for us. So it's your boy GS Man. We're gonna go on ahead and be signing out. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on power-ups. I know majority people say it's a waste because, you know, let's say I bought this Tom Brady for 400K. I'm already invested close to 500K because you got to do the bad sets, and in order to do the bad sets, you got to do like 3 of those. You got to do the gold ones, I think twice or 3 times, and that's like 20 to 30 gold cards, and you know that takes some resources to do that. And if another Tom Brady comes out, and that card is probably going to be 600K, so at that point I'm gonna be a million coins invested, but I'm gonna want Tom Brady, you know, anyways. And yeah, that means I could have sold the 90 Brady to help me get coins to get the new one. But as long as they keep making them really, really good, then I'm fine with it. Like, this is how I see it. Right now, Tom Brady was the only quarterback in the game with Tier 3 with an ability. You powered him up to Tier 3, he got Conductor. He was the only one in the game with Conductor until Derek Carr came out. So I seen it, I was like, you know, I want Conductor. You know, so let me go on ahead and do it. If his next power-up card doesn't come with another ability, I'll be a little disappointed. I can't lie. Since he already has Conductor, I would like Tier 4 to come with Gunslinger or come with Identifier or just come with another ability. You know, keep making them worth it for us who are investing in it. If his next card comes with the same Conductor ability and you're not adding on to it, then I feel like I'm like, oh, man, that sucks. But you know, at that point, it's already done. It is what it is. But anyways, man, actually that would be glitchy, man. If he can't get Identifier, woo, my lord, I would prefer Identifier over Conductor, honestly. I mean, not over Conductor. I would prefer Well, I would. Right now, if I could pick any ability for Brady, I would prefer, because I run the ball a lot, so I'm not really hot routing too much. I would prefer Identifier over Gunslinger and Conductor right now, but you know, Gunslinger. I heard Gunslinger's broken. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's your boy GS Man. New gameplay with these new legends coming out soon. We're gonna go on and be signing out. Peace.